There we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Healer and the Inspector. Hello, Sonjia. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing well, and today is Saturday, June 6th, when we're recording this, and it's been quite an eventful week.
Yes, very eventful.
Yes, and it's been 2 weeks since we posted anything.
Yes, because
And
we are testing, we're new. So, we're still in the testing equipment and making sure things sound good.
yes, we are. And I figured we'd kick off this episode with a quiz.
I'm nervous and happy and scared
No
all
need
at
to
the same
be.
time.
No need. Okay, so first, very important, these questions are going to range from multiple choice, fill in the blank, where you provide your answer, or true
Okay.
or false.
Ooh.
And there's 10 questions, and the topic is to find out if you are a packrat or a hoarder.
Oh my God, this is so crazy. Oh my God. So my brother just bought a house. Him and his
Mm-hmm.
wife moved in and they moved my mom in
Mm-hmm.
and they had to pack up my mom. And this has been an ongoing thing. And where my brother was like, I think she's borderline hoarder to the point where she doesn't want to get rid of anything. He said that she had like 8 Rubbermaid bins of just curtains. And
Wow.
she has like not that many windows. 8 dressers, and it's just her. And
Wow.
she's kept like everything from when we were small as well. And yeah, and my dad's kind of very similar. Like they do seem to collect a lot of things and they don't get rid of things. So this is interesting. I'm
Wow.
excited for this quiz.
That is good. These 10 questions were scientifically put together after watching a couple of episodes of Hoarder. So
Oh wow, okay.
we shall see. Actually, I only saw about 10 minutes of it. I couldn't watch it all.
All right.
But
Fast
here
forward to
we
the good spots.
exactly. Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Yes, hit me.
Okay. Okay. And please answer as honestly as possible. Okay, here we go. Question number 1. How many pets do you own?
4.
Very interesting. Okay. Please, we will reserve judgment to the end. Just don't pay attention,
Okay.
okay?
Well, I heard
4.
that like, I'm like, oh.
Here we go. Okay. Question number 2. This is a multiple choice one. What is inside your oven? A, shoes. B, a DVD storage tower and some old mail. C, condiment packets. Or D, cookware.
I have to go with E, A, B, C, D, E. Yeah. Nothing but nothing. I don't keep
Okay.
any of that stuff in there.
Very interesting.
I
Okay.
keep
The
it
fact
very
that you
clean and yeah.
Okay. The fact that you can find your oven is a good sign.
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. I have 2 because
Okay.
remember I have the toaster oven, the conventional toaster oven where I cook my
Yes.
carne asada. So I have 2.
Okay. Question number 3. Okay, this is also multiple choice.
Okay.
Where do you sleep? A, the pile. B, my car. C, the floor. Or D, my bed.
D, my bed.
Okay. Okay, so far, so good. I don't want to be
Okay.
biased here, but we'll keep going.
Okay.
Number 4, also multiple choice. Are all of your pets accounted for? A, all but 2. B, I don't have any. C, not sure, they blend in with my stuffed animals. Or D, yes, they keep the mice population in check.
Well, I have one that blends into my comforter. So I have one that blends into yeah. He's he's white and he kind of blends in. The other ones are dark, so they're all accounted for though.
Okay,
And I
so all
guess it
4.
would be D, right? So all the mice are in check. Except it would be, yeah, yeah. One had a spider last night.
Well, spider's better than a mouse, I guess.
Yeah, I found a baby rat in my parking lot. This was a couple months ago over the winter.
Okay.
Um, and it kept spinning circles, and I almost ran it over with my car. I'm like, what's going on with this little poor little guy? And I actually was able to get him or her. I picked it up, and I wasn't sure what to do. So I took it to the vet, and I'm like, is it okay? Because it just kept spinning circles, and I wasn't sure what to do with it. Meanwhile, I kept it in the bathroom because, my cats they're like, oh, it's a moving toy. I kept it for a couple days because the vet was like, it's actually a baby rat. It's fine. Just, feed him for a few days and then, let him go. And I was like, okay. And it was so cute. And I was feeding him, I gave him some like cat food and some cheese. And he was so sweet. He like would grab it with his little baby hands. And it was so adorable. But he was scared, so he stayed in the box in the I have like those sliding doors for the bathtub, and so I kept him in there. But
Mm-hmm.
one day, the last day I had him, he escaped and he started like running around, and I just was kind of nervous because I didn't want him to go underneath the door, and then I'm
Right.
like, uh-oh, then cats are like, oh, what's this? And the next thing I know, I killed it, like I got it killed. So I was like, all right, it's time to release him back to the wild. And so I let him go, uh, just so I could prevent rodent killing in my apartment. So.
Okay, here we go. Question number 5. It's true or false.
Okay.
I never throw away used condiment packets because that would be wasteful.
I don't even buy them. I buy, I guess you don't buy condiment packets. I throw them away because I normally don't use them because I'm afraid of what is inside of those condiment packets.
Okay. Okay, well, very good then. Okay, number 7 or number 6. Also true or false.
Okay.
You choose your wardrobe from piles. True or false?
Well, define piles because I have piles of clothes. I mean, my closet, I guess it's not a pile, but it is. I have one closet and I have so many clothes, and it's to the point where I put an extra curtain rack in there so that I could I could have an extra rack for hanging clothes. So it's a hanging pile.
Okay, I think
I don't know,
right.
but it's
No,
not on
yes.
the floor.
Okay, yeah, I think this was referring to a floor, pile on a floor or on
No,
something. Yeah.
that
Okay.
wouldn't happen. I can't do it. No.
Next question. You take showers in A, there's multiple choice, the kitchen sink, B, my neighbor's, C, outside with my shower bucket, or D, I just use wipes because it's quicker.
Well, I have done the wipes and I have done the, sink bath. My grandma called it a spit bath, and where you just clean the goods, you clean all the
Hmm.
stinky parts and then you keep on going. Grandma taught me. So I guess I would do two of those. I've done two of those. And then if you really want to hear this story, my brother got married a couple years ago, and we rented an Airbnb out in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania, and the shower was outside. And there was
What?
just like, yeah, it was really crazy. And then we were like cut for time. So my sister and I, like, this is going to be really weird. So we're like trying to like take a shower. We're both outside. And there's like all it is like there's two strings on that, like, so you have like the house,
Right.
and then it's kind of a square, and you can totally see our heads and you can see our feet. You just can't see the torso body parts. And the water was freezing. It's cold outside.
Right.
And we were like, oh my God. And then we're like trying to, like, oh, it was crazy. It was insane. And so I've showered outside. It wasn't from a bucket, but it was a very interesting showering situation.
Wow.
Very
Did you check for
interesting.
cameras before?
Um, no, but I really don't think they were really this Airbnb, like the toilet was a compost toilet, so we just had to like churn this thing. And yeah, it was like camping, but a couple steps above. I don't know.
Right.
It was strange. It was very strange, but it was neat. You know, like I'll never forget that experience, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yikes.
Uh, geez.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
so I don't know how to answer.
We may have to come back to that one. Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Yes. Next one. Okay. True or false? You've kept your beanie babies in the bathtub because they may be worth something someday.
That is not me, but that is my brother's, but not in the bathtub.
Oh my gosh. Beanie babies go. How far back do those things go?
Oh my God, I don't remember. But I do remember my brothers, little hustlers that they were probably like, I remember I had my car. I was like
Mhm.
18 and they must have been let's see, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. So they were like 11 or 12, and I took
Mhm.
them to a Beanie Baby convention. And so that was late 90s. And I actually I have one. My dad sent me one and it's of a groundhog because I was born in Punxsutawney. So that's where Groundhog Day is from.
Really?
And yeah, okay, so when I was in daycare, I had daycare at the library, and that's where the groundhog is housed. And
Wow.
yeah, so that's my roots. And so I do have one Beanie Baby.
And it's a
I
groundhog.
have one, and it's a groundhog.
Wow, who knew?
Yeah, that is crazy.
And
But
I
I
never
do
would have
remember that.
guessed
Yeah.
that they kept the groundhog in a library.
It is really strange. And actually, we went back, I think it was like 2015. I haven't been to Punxsutawney since I was like, well, my grandmother lived there, so we would go back and visit, but
Hmm.
I haven't lived there since I was 4. That
Wow.
was many years ago.
Hmm.
And we went back because I haven't seen it since the 90s. And we went to the library, and there was actually 2 groundhogs in there. Just hanging out, just, hey, there's some groundhogs. And those are the ones that they use to do it's like a whole big old thing. It's the only thing that the town has going for itself. Otherwise, it's just
Oh yeah, I know it's
a
in,
really, like, it's a nothing town.
well, I know every year it's in the news and you can watch a
Hmm.
news clip of it where they're showing off the groundhogs, but I had no idea.
Yeah,
That's very
that's
cool.
how it's done.
Okay, and I think this is the last question.
Okay.
Okay, it's a true or false.
Okay.
True or false? You think it's not hoarding if it's wine?
I don't drink, so I don't have any wine. I used to drink a lot of wine. Um, and like, but it does make me think because there's people that have the cellars in their basements, right? That have all that wine. Like they
Right.
build cellars for wine. But if you're drinking it, is it really hoarding it? Because if you're drinking it, then you are replacing what has been already consumed. So it's like a revolving hoarding situation. Or you're just an alcoholic. I don't know. But to
Yeah, that's
me,
a
like,
unique
no, that's,
question.
yeah, I don't drink so anymore much. Once in a while I will because I just do, but I really don't drink anymore. And even then, I don't know, I don't know. I didn't have like, I probably kept 2 bottles of wine in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, when I did drink. I mean, I don't know. And I didn't even have like, I never, I don't know. I drank outside a lot more than I did inside.
Well, the thing about wine, I think, isn't it? If you open it, you have to consume it within so much time, otherwise it goes bad, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So you have to
Yeah,
drink more of it faster.
yeah, see, that's why I used to stick with rum or bourbon or something. It doesn't go bad right away. You're safe there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good plan. It's a good plan.
Okay, so let's see. So based on your answers, it says the results are
Oh.
inconclusive. So
Yeah, maybe I'm borderline. I definitely have too many cats. I will agree to that. I
well, they
don't
keep you
know.
happy.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. They're like the best. Definitely, I probably do have way too many clothes and shoes. But I'm a girl. I'm supposed to. And I look at them as this. So I do like to thrift store shop a lot or
Ah,
consignment shop. And I don't know. I have stuff that I haven't worn in a long time, but then I mean, I do go through my stuff and, if I really haven't used it in a long time, I will get rid of it. Clothes, however, it just depends. Because there's so many different things that you might need an outfit or a costume. I like to think of them as costumes. You might need a costume for, like what does the day behold? And you got to dress for that. But my day to day, I mean, I'm totally like sweatpants, leggings, and sweatshirts. But, occasionally I do have to go to a party. So I have
right.
to look nice, you know? I don't know. That's kind of how I look at it. But I will say I had kept some stuff from when I was like 18, 19. Do you
Wow.
remember Hot Topic? I totally had some stuff from Hot Topic and I refused to get rid of it. But then I hit like, my late 30s and I was like, I cannot wear that stuff anymore. It just, I don't know, like I got to grow up. And so I had to
Mhm.
get rid of it. And it was very sad, but I was like, I don't need that stuff anymore. I don't wear it. So why do I need it to take up space?
Right.
And then like I moved a year ago and I really got rid of so much stuff, like clothing and just other kind of stuff too that I really don't need
Mm,
anymore. So I'm not afraid to get rid of things. But I also do like to think, well, I might need this again later, or I might need this later. Just like I went on that trip and I bought a cooler, and I've never needed a cooler until that last weekend.
right.
And I was like, I really didn't want to buy one because I'm like, I don't need one. But now I just have to go do more stuff where I need a cooler, is how I look at it. Because now it's in my apartment taking up space.
How big of a cooler is it?
It's a medium size one and it's like soft. It's like it's not one of those crazy plasticky big ones. I mean it's plastic on the inside, but it looks like a backpack, like a canvas material on the
Oh, okay.
outside.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, and it was on sale. I like my sales. And it did come in handy that entire time. So I'm hoping actually my goals is to do a little bit more road tripping. So I thought, well, that would be a great way because then that way I'm not always spending money eating out on road trips too.
Right.
And one thing that I learned from this trip, and I kind of liked it, was that my friend and I, we did buy a lot of food from the grocery store, and so we ate our grocery store food during the day, but at nighttime we went and had a nice dinner. And so we weren't spending a whole lot of money on food, even though I do like to eat an enormous amount of food. Like I like to eat food. And then we were hiking and stuff too. So, that's burning a lot of energy. So I don't know, I like to eat food. I do eat a lot of food. And I always tell people when they're with me, I'm like, I have to have breakfast. I have to eat. Otherwise, I will get sick. I get sick and I get a really bad migraine and it doesn't
Mm.
feel good. So I'm like, I need to eat. I don't nibble like a bird. If you're gonna date me, you better make sure you can eat too, because I eat the salad, the entree, and the dessert. Okay. This is hilarious. I remember this was probably like 2012, and I needed windshield wipers for my car. And I was with my sister, and we went into like Pep Boys, and I looked at my sister. I'm like, man, I'm so hungry. And the guy was like, I'm hurrying up. I'm like, oh, I didn't mean, like I wasn't trying to rush you. I was just like, expressing like I was hungry. And he's like, I know. He's like, I don't want you, getting mad and running people over or anything to get to your food. I understand. I was like, geez, did I really come off as aggressive when I said that? I didn't mean to. I was just
Well,
hungry.
well, that's one way to get quicker service.
Right? I get I'm hungry. Hurry up.
Wow, very, very cool. Okay. And I think on that note, that's it for this episode.
Yeah, I do like that. I did want to say that'll be as we close that I'm working on bringing in a herb of the day segment. So I think what I'm gonna do is do some research, and for the following week will pick something and try to either make a tea or salve or some type of medicinal use or recipe, and I will report back on
Oh,
how that goes.
oh, that sounds
So don't hold
interesting.
me to it, but that's kind of where my plan is going. So I look forward to sharing that next week. And my focus is going to be dandelions, since that is the herb that is in the title. So I will share that
Very
next
cool.
week.
Sounds good because I want to learn more.
Me too.
Okay, everyone, we'll talk to you soon.
Great. Have a great week, everybody.